I met my work partner's wife, and now I feel jealous.
Uh-oh, the work wife meets the regular wife.
I, 25 male, have been with my girlfriend, 24 female, for 6 years, and recently I've been wondering if she is really the one. I didn't doubt that she was until I recently started a new career and got a new partner at work, 29 male. He's been married for a year and has been with his wife, 28 female, for 7 years. By the way, this comes from Work Partner Woes, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, him and I, spend over 40 hours a week together and have become fairly close. We've been talking about double dating so our SOs can meet. And when I brought it up to my girlfriend, I'll call her Sarah, she was really against the idea. In all honesty, she's been against this new career change in general, even though I make more money and get many more benefits, because she doesn't like the hours. And she says, everyone in my profession cheats. When I brought it up, she became very distant and said something along the lines of, why would I want to spend time with these people and give your partner the idea that he's so close to you and can know you better than me? It didn't really make sense, but after talking about it, it seemed like she felt like she was being replaced by my partner because we have to spend so much time together. And I only get to see her 2 or 3 times a week with my schedule, her part-time job, and she's going to uni full-time. That's so silly.
See, that's something that I hate so much.
Yeah.
Is when people are like, oh my gosh, you don't have enough time for me, even though I'm also busy.
Yeah.
And can't hang out when you can hang out. It's
Exactly.
like, come on, guys, what are we doing?
I assured her that she was my number one and he was just a cool guy that I'm forced to be with due to circumstances. We didn't talk about it again for a couple weeks. Then a few weeks ago, I was at the bar with my cousin. She was invited, but she doesn't like my cousin because she finds him too boisterous and candid. It feels like she doesn't like anyone. And I ended up bumping into my work partner and his wife, my first time meeting her. His wife is very unlike my girlfriend, much more extroverted. She immediately got very excited when my partner told her who I was and told me about all the funny stories she heard about me. I was kind of thrown off about how open and friendly she was, since my girlfriend sort of convinced me that her feelings of not wanting to meet or associate with them were normal. And like every girl would feel that way, I guess. I don't know. But his wife immediately launched into how we have to all get together finally, and watching the two of them together was just so opposite of how my girlfriend and I act. They animate each other like a 2-person comedy act, and I found myself becoming a bit jealous. I did get a little tipsy and admitted to his wife that my girlfriend was worried about the cheating that people associate with my field. And she sort of laughed and said that people say the same thing to her, but that she trusts my work partner. And she just laughs it off when people say things. Rough.
I
for
really want
him.
to know what they do.
Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking like cop
Oh,
partner,
yeah.
but
I
it could be
was-
something else.
I was thinking either restaurant industry or firefighters, because I guess I saw one video where a divorce lawyer said that firefighters cheat, but
well, that
video.
maybe because I'm just thinking like what has partners. You know?
Yeah, true,
Yeah, 'cause
true.
He spends a lot of time with this guy specifically,
Right.
but also super rough to hear from like this guy that you admire's wife. I don't know, not rough, but it's like she's like, oh yeah, I just trust my partner, and he's like,
yeah.
right, yeah, yeah,
Like-
my girlfriend trusts me.
Yeah. It's like you can do that.
Yeah.
Like-
Uh-huh.
I know, that's so sad.
At work the next day, my partner ended up telling me that my cousin I was with at the bar was talking to his wife and confessed to his wife that he doesn't even like Sarah. Well, the feeling's mutual. News to me, and that the things my cousin told her, he didn't specify, worried her because she was really looking forward to hanging out together and she was now afraid my girlfriend wouldn't like her. I pressed him for more details, but he either didn't know or didn't want to say. That night, I mentioned to Sarah casually that I bumped into them, and his wife really wanted to meet her. She didn't like this. Does she like anything?
I don't think she does.
I don't think she likes anything.
Does she even like UOP?
I don't know. And again told me she was too busy and had no interest in pretending to be best friends with people who think they're so close to me. I
Oh my
think you
gosh.
need to be like, no, we are close. They don't think that.
Yeah.
We are close.
Yeah, I don't know what like her deal is.
She's possessive. She doesn't want him to have any other friends than her.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
So stupid.
I dropped it because it was late, but it started to get on my nerves how opposite these two women are and react to things. Then yesterday happened. My work partner and I had a really early meeting in a city about an hour and a half away. And the night prior, we weren't getting out of work until 10 p.m. My work partner offered to let me stay at his house because we had to be up at 4:30 a.m. And he lives an hour closer. I was stressing out because I didn't have time to iron a suit, and I called Sarah and asked if she would go to my apartment. We don't live together, but she has a key, and set up a suit for me. It's crucial that we look put together at work, and I know she wasn't doing anything that night. She got really angry. First, that I was staying over at my partner's house. Then that I was treating her like a slave. I have never in my life asked her to do anything like this, but I'm still very new in my position and I'm stressed out. He asked her to set up the suit, that's it?
Yeah, because we all know that that's exactly what slaves did.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they did.
They ironed a suit one time.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a really terrible part of history.
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
Crazy.
It doesn't seem like she likes you. Because I feel like if a partner asks me to do something,
yeah.
And I'm not saying like if a partner's asking you to do stuff all the time, that's totally different.
Sure.
That's like, okay, well, it comes to a point.
Right.
But it feels like this is a one-time thing
Yeah.
that he's asking as a favor.
Yeah.
I don't know, it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Right. Like it
if
really
you like
isn't.
him.
Yeah, if you like him, if you want to show that you like or love him.
Yeah.
Because how long are they together now?
I think 6 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
6 years and you don't want to go to his apartment to iron a suit for him to help him in his job.
Is pretty crazy.
She has
6
issues
years.
for sure.
Absolutely. She said she had too much work to do and refused. I ran home after work, grabbed my stuff, and drove to my partner's house. I guess I was visibly agitated because his wife asked me what was wrong the minute I arrived, and I just spilled it about how stressed and exhausted I was, nervous for tomorrow, and how Sarah had snapped at me and wouldn't help me. His wife just said, okay, we'll have to get back to the Sarah thing another time, but go relax and I'll get your suit ready. I tried to argue because I felt really bad, but she wasn't having any of it and started to flat out ignore my protests while she got the iron set up. It just showed me again how different they are and what a supportive partner actually looks like. I got off really early today and I have barely talked to Sarah all day. Now I'm just drinking adult sodas in my apartment alone, something I rarely do, and wondering if this relationship is even worth it anymore. I don't have a crush on my partner's wife or anything, but she seems to possess all of the qualities I feel like I want, and I'm finding myself getting really jealous and annoyed. But after 6 years, I really don't want to throw everything away if this is something that we can work through. 6-year relationship, am I getting too hung up on grass is greener syndrome? And there is an edit and an update, but what do you think?
I feel like it's probably worth a conversation.
Yes. Yeah.
If you're in there for 6 years.
I don't think this is like breakup yet.
Yeah.
There are problems. It's not just a grass is greener thing. Like you have problems in your relationship. She's not being supportive. She's not being really engaged in the people around you, which is important to a relationship too.
Right.
So it's definitely a conversation and you see what she says from there.
Yeah, I feel like it would be like a grass is greener thing if it's like, oh, like that other partner is into all the same sports. Like my partner doesn't have the same hobbies as me or something like that. Like that would be it. But the possessiveness and how she's like treating other people and acting towards other people, that's important stuff that you want to look out for.
Yeah, and it really doesn't feel like OP has a crush on this wife at all.
No,
it just
not at
feels
all.
like he is drawn in by the elements of their relationship.
Yeah.
That he wants in his own.
Exactly.
Edit, I see I'm getting a lot of reoccurring questions, so instead of answering each of them, I'll leave this here. We don't live together because prior to this new job, I didn't make as much, and my apartment is very small and not meant for 2 people, and she's doing her master's and only works part-time for low pay, and doesn't want to pitch in for rent so we can move to a bigger place. What? Okay. She lives at home with her parents. Even with my new job, I can't afford a bigger place all on my own yet, while also paying for student loans, utilities, my car, which is a necessity where I live. Also, I know 2 to 3 times a week seeing each other is not a ton, but we spend all my days off together. We don't see each other more than this prior either because my old job was still 40+ hours and I was also going to school. People think it's strange that I mentioned her being introverted as if it were a bad thing. It's not. I used to think I was happy not seeing our friends often, but my job is social in nature and I find that I enjoy being more outgoing than I used to be. There's nothing wrong with being an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you're an extrovert and you want to go and do those things and you are with a partner who's like, I don't ever want to do those things, you guys aren't a good match.
Yeah.
Because personally, if I'm very extroverted, and if I had a partner who was like, I don't want to meet your friends, I don't want to hang out with your friends, I'd be like, we can't be in a relationship.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, because it's also the difference too is like I feel like if she was just an introvert, she would probably be like, oh, I just really don't want to talk to people right now.
Yeah.
It's not, oh, I don't want to pretend to be best friends with someone
she's
that
just also
thinks
just
to know
rude.
you. Yeah, exactly. So
she's not just an introvert, she's rude.
right.
This doesn't mean I go out every night. I see my friends and cousin maybe once every 1 to 2 months, or that I want to go to bars and clubs. But it does bug me that anytime I suggest doing anything, she makes an excuse like she doesn't like the person, has no interest in meeting new people, doesn't feel like seeing her friends, doesn't feel like getting dressed up, she's tired, etc. I want us to do new things together. Additionally, I've been asked a lot what I've done to support her and why I expect support. Let me make it clear first that I have never asked her to run an errand or do anything for me before. I asked this one time because I was exhausted and stressed. I didn't expect her to drive an hour to drop it off at my partner's house, just leave it on my bed so I could grab it on my way home. As for what I do to support her, I've helped her many times with research for papers when she was stressed over school. I've taken a week off work when one of her relatives passed away and she needed to be with someone. I've taken her car to get fixed numerous times, etc., etc. I text or call whenever I can, which is multiple times a day, and I talk to her every night when I get off. I don't even spend tons of off-duty time with my partner. The one time at the bar was literally the first time I've seen him outside of work. We have just been talking about all getting together for ages. And there is an update. Yeah, you guys aren't compatible.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a thing that you can fix, because it just seems like she's not interested in hanging out with anyone, really.
Right.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, have the conversation with her.
Yeah, why not?
You've been together for 6 years.
Right.
But I just wonder why he wasn't noticing this before.
Yeah, I'm curious about that too.
Yeah, interesting.
It probably didn't come out of nowhere. He's
No.
not saying it came out of nowhere too, which a lot
He's
of
just
people
saying
usually
he
do.
noticed it now.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
He's like, she's always been like this, but I'm seeing it.
mm-hmm.
Update. My career is known for cheating only because of the unpredictable hours. Some dirt pickle, apparently a lot of them on Yahoo Questions and Wedding Bee and other cesspits of advice that show up on Google, use these hours to their advantage, i.e., oh, I got caught on overtime tonight, when really they're out cheating. This is not a prevalent thing in my experience, but my girlfriend Sarah was Googling my career spouse, came across hundreds of articles, most of them benign, and latched onto the few that stated we all used our schedules for the sake of cheating and nothing else.
Yikes.
If she thinks you're cheating or you're capable of cheating, why is she with you?
Yeah, good question.
That's crazy.
Good question.
I'm not delusional. A lot of you told me that the only reason I admired my work partner's wife is because she showed her best face to me in public. Of course this is true. I don't expect anyone to be perfect. What stands out to me, however, is that there is a lot of downtime in my position and my partner and I BS. Every single thing that he has ever said about his wife is positive. Naturally, I would hope that would be the case for anyone, but I see something in the way he talks about her that I do not feel when I think about Sarah. He ruminates about their vacations and silly stories and stupid random nights they have together, and I realize that I don't get to enjoy any of that with her. Sarah doesn't like being out of her comfort zone. She doesn't like being spontaneous. She doesn't like being silly. I never knew that this bothered me before, but when I saw how funny and silly they acted together right in front of my face, it just confirmed me that I could actually have fun in a relationship. It made me realize that I'm not having fun, and that sucked.
Yeah, that sucks.
Dude, I don't know if this relationship's gonna make it out.
I don't think it's
I don't know
going
if
to.
you can fix this with a
Yeah.
conversation, because it's just
Yeah.
her.
And I
The
think
problem
that's
is
what
her.
I think
It
that's what
is
he's
you, not
noticing.
me.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Rough.
Dang. Yeah. I think it's worth, like, maybe once you're bringing it up, maybe mentioning some of these things so you're not just like, bye, it's just not
blindsiding.
compatible. But yeah, man, it's just not right.
It ain't right.
You should have fun in a
You
relationship.
should. So after I slept over at my work partner's house, Sarah wasn't talking to me except for sending me passive-aggressive texts about how she hoped that I enjoyed my romantic evening and that she hoped he was worth it. What? Does she just think you're cheating with everyone you talk to?
Probably.
This is exhausting. Honestly, I'd be like, hey, I can't be with a partner who doesn't trust me.
Yeah.
You just have shown no trust in me.
No, honestly.
Many of you indicated how insecure she must be that we can barely spend much time together, and suddenly it seems like I'm becoming close to someone new, and after 6 years, we maybe weren't as close as we could or should be. I took this to heart and I saw her point. So the next time I was off, this past Sunday, I took her out to brunch, one of the few activities she likes to do. Bought us some mimosas to break the ice and tried to talk to her about the way that she's been feeling. I started the conversation saying, I know that it sucks that we can't see each other as much as we wish we could right now. And believe me, I wish that could be the case. However, I feel like this is causing more tension than it used to. And I want to know what you've been feeling about all this lately. I think that's really nice.
It's a great
I think
start.
that's a great start. I was hoping for an honest conversation where we could both learn from each other and move forward with new compromises, but she just unleashed. She told me that she doesn't think I have a reason to be close to anyone but her. That my partner sounds like a fruitcake. Yikes. Her words, not mine. That just wants to F me. That his wife is probably just fed up with not getting any wiener from him.
What?
And is trying to move in on me and on and on.
Delusion. This is what we call delusion.
Wow.
Hysteria.
Well, also just blatant homophobia.
That too.
In retrospect, I feel like she is just very insecure, and this was her way of attacking me and trying to hold me back so I could reassure her. I wouldn't reassure her. I'd say, this
No.
is over.
Yeah.
You are being very awful.
Yeah. Because when people are making up all of those fantasies in their mind, like she doesn't know them. Like she doesn't want to get to know them.
Never met them.
Yeah. So like this is all so baseless and just made up in her mind. So when people are like that, there's no convincing them.
No, and she doesn't want to meet them because
Yeah.
she wants to live in her fantasy world where you're the bad guy and then
Exactly.
she can keep isolating you.
Yeah, there's nothing that you can do to change your mind on that. So
But at the moment, I couldn't think of a way to respond. I tried to deny what she was saying, explained to her that it wasn't the case, and asked what I could do to show her. But she just kept verbally attacking my partner and his wife and me for even entertaining the idea of being friends with them. I stopped talking and we ended up finishing our meal in silence. Her fuming, me just feeling awkward at this point. Afterwards, we got back into my car and I started driving towards her house. She noticed that we weren't going towards the direction of my apartment and she started yelling at me for trying to drop her off and not wanting to spend more time with her. Oh, because you're such a joy to spend time with.
yeah, why would he want to?
But you know who is a joy to spend time with?
Who?
Us.
What?
And you can listen to more full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime if you want to have more fun times.
Exactly.
But there is a little bit left to this story. Do you have any final thoughts?
Get out of there.
I think that we've come to a point where it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just one issue that I think could be fixed. I think that OP is realizing that this is how she's been the whole time.
Yeah.
And
It doesn't have to be like that.
he's like, oh, wait, I don't have to settle for someone who doesn't like me.
Yeah, like what? You
Who I
guys,
don't have fun with.
Right.
He's like having fun with his partner and his wife. And he's like, wow, I have no fun with my girlfriend.
Yeah, literally.
That's so sad.
It's so sad, but I mean, good that he's coming to that conclusion
Yeah.
at all.
Absolutely.
Because now he can move on and find that, because that's an important thing.
It is important. At this point, I had had enough. I drove to her house in silence, her berating me the entire way, and then listened to her continue to scream at me for 10 minutes after we pulled up, until finally getting out, slamming the passenger door, and going inside the house. I went back to my apartment, spent about 30 minutes on the phone with my sister, 2 years younger than me, asking her what the F I should do, and then decided, probably cowardly after such a long relationship, but really not wanting to be screamed at anymore, to send her a long text message about my reasons for breaking up with her. Ooh, bud. Ooh,
yeah.
bud. You were really doing well.
Yeah, text message breakups, not the best.
Not the best. I understand.
Right. I
'cause-
get you don't want to be yelled at.
And she shouldn't be yelling at you.
Right.
Like, that's not okay at all.
Yeah.
Maybe even a letter would have been better. Or voicemail.
A call.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah.
She didn't take this well and blew up my phone over and over until I just turned it off completely. The next day I had work and I tried to talk to her about things back and forth over text, but she kept deferring back to her state of cursing at me and insulting me. In the end, I just told her that I could no longer be a part of her life and blocked her. Wow. What a messy end to a 6-year relationship.
For real.
Dang. So that was 4 days ago. I haven't heard from her since. She deleted her Facebook though. And honestly, I feel a lot calmer these last 4 days than I have in a long time. It makes me feel guilty at times, but also kind of excited that I can act however I want to act from now on, without someone looking down at me for it. And that's the end of that story.
My boyfriend keeps supervising my health and I'm getting tired of it.
Mind your own business.
I, 18 female, have been dating my boyfriend, let's call him Jake, 24 male, for a little under a year. At first, things were really good. He seemed emotionally stable, mature, grounded, all the things that I thought I wanted after dealing with a lot of chaotic guys my own age. By the way, this comes from Dry Butterscotch 414, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK storytime subreddit. So
slightly concerning age gap.
I agree.
Slightly concerning.
I agree. For a little under a year.
Yeah, I'm like, did you just turn 18?
Yeah. I thought we had an understanding that we are equal in this relationship, but over the months, the dynamic has really started to shift, and now I'm not sure I'm being treated like a partner at all.
Ah, the 24-year-old's treating you like an 18-year-old.
Oh.
Mm.
For some background, I've been diagnosed with endometriosis and POTS. Both conditions affect my daily life in big ways. I deal with chronic fatigue, dizziness, and a lot of pain. There are days when I physically can't get out of bed without struggling, and managing my symptoms takes a lot of mental energy on top of everything else. Jake knows this. I was upfront about it from the beginning, and at first he was really kind and supportive, but over time he's started acting like he knows better than me how I should be living my life. It started with small comments about how much I sleep or how I manage my symptoms, but now it's like I can't do anything without some kind of lecture or judgment. Some examples: if I sleep in to manage a flare-up, that's not healthy. You need structure or you'll never be independent. If I get food delivered on a day that I'm too fatigued to cook, you're wasting money and being lazy. If I cancel plans because of pain, you'll never build resilience if you give in every time. And even if I lie down after standing too long and feel dizzy, which is a POTS symptom, he tells me that I should push through because resting too much makes it worse.
Are you a doctor?
I don't think so.
I don't think you're a doctor.
I don't think so. He also makes comments about my outfits being too revealing or not appropriate, and when I tell him I don't want unsolicited advice, he just says that he's trying to help me grow or teach me how to be an adult.
Why is your boyfriend teaching you how to be an adult? He's not your dad. Oh, that's so icky.
But I am an adult, just one managing 2 chronic illnesses on top of everything else. Things came to a head last week. I was having a rough few days, a bad endo flare, zero energy, and could barely sit upright for long. He came over and saw that I had been resting most of the day and immediately launched into another long-winded talk about discipline and life habits and how I need to stop relying on rest as a crutch. I had had enough. So I said, not even shouting, just tired, I didn't agree to date a discount dad. If I wanted someone to supervise my life and tell me how I'm failing, I would move back in with my parents.
Woo!
And he went completely silent.
Good.
He left my apartment and didn't talk to me for 2 days. When he finally did, he said, I crossed a line.
Oh, is baby upset? Is little baby upset?
Aw, we need to teach you how to be an adult and learn how to
Yeah.
take criticism.
Mm-hmm.
He was just trying to help, and then I had no idea how hard it is to support someone who won't even try. I want to commit so many crimes upon this man right now.
Crime.
I want to do crime on this man.
Crime.
I was honestly stunned. Now his friends are messaging me saying that I'm selfish and too immature to handle a relationship with a real adult.
Yes. She's 18.
Yeah.
She's a teenager.
Because, like, the way
She's
they're
not
saying
an adult.
it. Right.
She's a teenager.
And we're not saying that she's immature. We're not agreeing with that. But
No.
yeah, guys, understand that there's an age difference. And if this is what you're complaining about, date women your own age.
Date women your own age, you
Date-
ding dong.
Oh my gosh.
Like, that's the most frustrating thing. I know someone who's also in an age gap relationship, and like they've said something about like their partner being like, you're being immature, blah blah blah. And I'm like, if we were to do some critical thinking,
Right.
why do we think that?
Yeah, because they're bringing up those excuses. It's the kind of thing where they just are bringing things in to try to insult in this conversation. And if these are the first things that they can grab at to try to insult, then they know that the age gap is unreasonable and that they have some sort of authority over this person just because they're older.
Yeah.
His mom, yes, his actual mother, messaged me saying that she's disappointed and that Jake has always been the kind of guy who lifts women up. I just want to be clear. I do try.
Put him down.
Yeah, put me down.
Put him down.
I don't. What? Every day is hard with these conditions. I work, I cook when I can, I handle my appointments, I advocate for myself in medical systems that constantly brush me off. I don't think I need to be raised by a man who thinks being 6 years older makes him my life coach. So great people of Reddit, am I the a-hole for calling my boyfriend a discount dad after months of being treated like a project instead of a person?
You're the a-hole for staying with him if you stay with him.
Yeah. There is an update.
Oh boy.
So, hey, I didn't expect the post to get that kind of attention that it did. I watched it go from about 200 upvotes down to 1, and honestly, I'm still not sure why, but I really want to thank everyone who commented or messaged me privately. I read everything. I'm slowly replying when I have the energy. You all have given me such great insight. Some of it really hit, and stuff that I hadn't even thought about until now. Just thank you. It means a lot. I wasn't planning to update this soon, but things have gotten way worse within the last 3 hours, and I feel like I needed to talk about it, especially after what just happened. So I've been really sick the last few days, like properly sick. I was diagnosed with a bone sinus infection, and it's knocked me flat. I've had constant fevers, stabbing pain in my face and head, and nausea, dizziness. I can't keep much food down. And on top of that, my POTS symptoms have been way worse than usual. I've mostly just been in bed, barely functioning, but trying to rest and just not pass out. Because of all that, I had to call in sick to work these last 2 days. I work with food, and there was just no way I could safely be around customers or food prep like this. I can barely even stand upright. It didn't feel like I had a choice. This afternoon, I got a call from work telling me that I was fired.
Whoa.
No warnings or anything, just said that they needed someone to be more, quote, reliable, and that they can't keep me on if I can't show up.
Well, I feel like you can do some sort of like, is it ADA? Like
What does that stand for?
accommodations for like, it's like for
Disability.
disability. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like they can't just fire you for having a disability. They have to
Yeah.
accommodate.
Oh, yeah, that would be...
Yeah, you might
Something
be
worth
able
looking
to.
into.
I mean, if you'd had communicated to them, like, you know, that you had a disability
Yeah.
and that you had you needed these accommodations and they still fired you without talking to you,
Yeah, that's a
you
problem.
might be able to file, a thing against
Yeah.
them.
That could be worth looking into. I get it, I guess, but it still crushed me. I've always tried to show up. I've never taken advantage of sick days or anything. It felt like everything hit at once. I've only taken about 4 sick days in the entire 2 years I've worked for this company. Jake came over not long after. I told him what happened. Told him I lost my job, that I'm sick, that I might need to go to the hospital because I'm starting to feel seriously not okay. And his response was basically, well, maybe if you took better care of yourself, this wouldn't happen.
Maybe if you shut your mouth, my fist wouldn't have hit it.
There you go.
Did we think about that?
Then he said something like, you still could have gone in. People push through being sick all the time. I tried to explain that it's not like it's a cold. This is a bone infection. I literally couldn't walk from the bed to the kitchen earlier without fainting. And I work with food. He just kept brushing it off like I was being dramatic. He told me I'm always sick and I never fight through it.
'Cause she has a chronic illness. What do you not get? Isn't a sickness that goes away. It's chronic. Do you know what the word chronic means?
Apparently not. She never fights through it. I will.
I'll fight you
Yeah.
right now.
We'll all come on over. We're gonna fight you.
We'll fight you.
Gosh, man.
Golly.
That turned into a full-blown fight. Not surprised. He started yelling, full volume screaming, pacing the room while I was just sitting there crying and asking him to stop. I was already feeling like absolute crap and I couldn't even get a word in without him talking over me. And you never have to feel like crap because we always have more full episodes of stories just like this one on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever your favorite podcast app is. Just search OK Storytime.
Do it.
Get on over there. You can try to talk. We might talk over you, but that's just because we can't
We'll
hear
probably
you.
be talking over you.
Our bad, guys.
Sorry.
There is a little bit more to the story. I want to fight this man. I want to
I
physically
wanna
fight this
him.
man.
Girl, my advice to you, you are 18.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to feel hard, but you're going to find someone so much better.
Yes.
And maybe when you're 24, you'll find a 28-year-old. And then you can have your age gap. But
There you go.
right now, well, actually, when you turn 24, look back and ask yourself, would
Yeah.
you date an 18-year-old? Because I
Good
certainly
question.
wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't date an
A
18-year-old.
lot of people wouldn't because
There's really no
there's-
difference between an 18 and a 17-year-old.
Nope, not at
Just
all.
law.
Just
Just
law.
the law.
Yep. I broke up with him.
Yay!
Good. I told him to get out and that I'm not doing this anymore. I don't care how sick I am or how hard things get from here. I'd rather be completely alone than sit here sobbing while the person who's supposed to care about me screams at me for being unwell. Right now, I'm still in bed. Fever's high, heart rate's not great, and honestly, I think I'm going to the hospital soon. Something feels off in my body and I don't want to wait until it's too late. With POTS and now this infection, it feels like everything is just piling on top of me. I'm genuinely scared, and not just emotionally, but physically. My body feels like it's breaking down. I'm tired of begging someone to believe me when I say I'm in pain. I'm tired of being talked down to, managed, lectured, and guilt-tripped when I literally need help. I didn't ask to be sick. I didn't ask for endo or POTS or a sinus infection that knocked me flat. I've done everything I can to keep pushing through, but it was never enough for him. But it's over. I'm scared and sick and jobless, but I'm also finally out, and that has to mean something. If you've made it this far, thank you again. Your comments gave me the courage to stop waiting for someone else to change and finally start choosing myself.
Good job.
What a
Opie.
nice
Good job.
conclusion to that relationship. But that's the end of that story.